Welcome back to another day in paradise. No, not really, actually. Today we're putting the Corvette back up on the lift again to pull the transmission because we accidentally overextended our hydraulic slave cylinder. If you guys have been watching the last few videos, and you probably already saw this, but we've been having so many issues with this car. But basically we thought that our clutch line had ruptured at the union that we had patched where the clutch line had actually melted. We brought the car up on the lift to double check, and unfortunately we were wrong. I started seeing brake fluid, clutch fluid, whatever you want to call it, coming out of the bell housing weep hole right here. And then I called TIC Performance and God, dude, Jesus fucking Christ, dog. Why in my ear like that? You could have done it anywhere else except inside of my ear. What is that off of?
Daniel C.
Anyways though, yeah, thanks. Anyways though, the car is up on the lift now, so we got to pull the trans and everything and the torque tube just to be able to get to that hydraulic slave cylinder throwout bearing. But if everything goes smoothly, we'll be able to put this new slave cylinder in and bleed the clutch again, and hopefully today we'll be able to pull the Corvette off of the lift. Crossing my fingers, this should be the last thing that we have to do on this car. We're getting really, really close to having everything ironed out on it. So after doing the proper math, rewatching the TIC Performance video on how to shim a slave cylinder, we do think we're gonna agree on this, right? We need 0.1 to 0.2 clearance.
The smallest one would work, but it'd put us at our
maximum.
Yeah, which would be okay because it's recommended that he literally said 0.2 would be fine.
Yeah, this one will put us at 0.14 if we use this one, and we need between 0.1 and 0.2. So this one would be technically like perfect. If something does seem like it's about to fall though, make sure you just get the out the way. Dude, I honestly cannot believe the amount of stuff that has happened to this car in such a short period of time. This thing is almost burnt to the ground. Transmission completely exploded in it. Clutch line burnt up. Fix it with the union. The hydraulic throwout bearing. Now we're pulling the trans again. It's almost like it's a joke. It's like there's no way that much stuff could happen to a car back to back. You would think so, at least. I'm sure at this rate people probably think that I work for Ford and that like all this stuff we're just doing is like a scam just to sabotage Chevy, try to convert more people to Ford. But in reality it's just not even the case. I bought the Corvette because I love Corvettes and I wanted to have another one, and it just won't work with me. I spent all this money on this Corvette. Guess what? Guess why? Because we hate Chevy. Now we're working in this really tight space, but we've got to get that old one out of the way and put this new one in place.
There you go.
It's like Tetris. Alright, so let me tighten up this fitting on this new throwout bearing. That way we can put our speed bleeder on. Looks all nice and clean inside. No issues at all. So this one should be good to go. Let me see if I can wiggle this thing up in place and get it in there. That should be good, huh? You want to tighten, check that speed bleeder just to make sure it's not going to leak?
I trust you.
I don't trust me. So in theory here, should be able to stab it all back together, put it together, and have it perfectly fine, right?
What is this?
Sir, that appears to be wood, and I feel good now, so good. Grabbed it and you scoot and booted. Boot, scoot, and boogie.
Bro, what the fuck? That bitch is on there. I can't even see. I can't see anything.
You're on it.
I'm not on it. I don't see it come off like that.
It's not on to give it back at all.
Oh, that's my fault.
Why?
Because that's a 14 and this is a 13.
Oh, nice. I see the bolt up there. Yeah. Looky there. Up we go.
A little more. There you go.
There she goes.
You ever notice that they put carbon fiber in the 51 part of the Z51 logo?
Yeah, it's really Ricer. Here you
I
go.
knew a Corvette was a Ricer.
I wonder what everybody thinks. What?
What Ricer actually stands for? The actual term rice. Does everybody know what it stands for?
I don't even know, I guess, what it stands for.
It stands for Race-Inspired Cosmetic Enhancements.
No, it does not.
Yes, it does. That's where the term rice came from.
Are you serious?
Rice. Race-Inspired Cosmetic Enhancements.
What?
Yep.
You're full of shit.
No, that's it. I swear.
Every day here with Doug, I learned something new. Such as, what is a ricer? Oh man, oh, I thought that was blood. I was like, what the All right, Hubba Dubba, you ready? In a very short period of time, we actually got almost all of this knocked out. Doug's about to tighten up the driver's side header and install that back in place. While he's doing that, I'm gonna be working on getting the console and everything else on the inside of the car put back together with the shifter linkage and all that other good stuff. Dwam! You know what I'm saying? Dwam! Kind of like damn, but it's dwam. Our Hurst shifter here. By the way, go check out Hurst shifters if you want to grab yourself a shifter for a C6 Corvette or any other type of vehicle, really. We've got shifters for all kinds of good stuff. If you missed the video of us putting this in, click up above right now. The typical Chevy beep is just really annoying. Bing, 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 bing. Alrighty, now let's put this thing down in place, and we are almost done assembling everything in here. Yo, I'm in the car putting on the shifters, and you know I'm about to, I don't even know. I can't rap. Maybe someone could teach me how to rap one day. Alrighty guys, we've got the Corvette up in the air again. We've got everything assembled on the entire car. Right now what we're gonna do is though, we're just gonna leave just the headers. We're pretty much running open headers, long story short. So if something is still wrong, I don't wanna put the entire exhaust back on just to have to take it all back off, and it takes a good bit being that you've gotta route the pipes over. Yeah.
Right, America?
America, completely, yes. I know one thing is that this thing is gonna sound insane open header. We have, honestly, at this point, rebuilt this entire car almost beside the engine. I'm not trying to rebuild that though, so please don't take that wrong, whoever's listening to me, please. So are we good to start it up again?
Yep.
All right, you ready? This thing's about to be stupid loud.
Bald Eagles free.
Oh my God, oh no, nope. Nope. No. Nope. It's way too loud. Oh my God. Way too loud.
Nah. I love it. I love America. Send it. I think we should put hood exits on this.
Nope.
Yep. Love it.
If this was cammed, this would be so f***ing loud.
It would be awesome.
No fluids were on the ground?
No, you're good. Everything looks good. So as long as your clutch has a good solid feel, then let's go on a little test drive.
This is so bad.
I love it.
I hate it.
Corsa, thank you for providing us with long tubes. I think we should just leave it like this.
No, no. Jesus, it's so loud. Good God, dude. Joke. I'm really impressed. I don't want to say it. Don't want to say it because I don't want to jinx anything, but I want to say that we're almost there. I can't see anything else that's really messing up right now. Everything feels smooth so far. I feel somewhat victorious. What about you? Think we're good?
I think so.
In the next box, this is what I'm honestly really excited about. I have been waiting on these for a few days. This package, and this entire humongous package actually, is from Vette lights. If you guys have not seen them on Instagram, go check it out. It's right here, Vette lights. They've got a lot of cool stuff as far as lighting goes for Corvettes and everything like that. Even on my last Corvette, I had a lot of Vette lights stuff on the car. They've got the most amazing taillights. They've got fantastic looking headlights, LED everything. And that's pretty much what is in this box. Free fogs. They threw in fog lights for me. Thank you so much. Holy cow. That is really exciting. So this is like a C7 type style, but it's basically fitment for a C6 Corvette. I'm sure you guys have probably seen these. They're like literally everywhere on the internet. A lot of people don't know where to get them. So this is me telling you, go check them out on vettelights.com or on their Instagram at vettelights. Let's pull back this nice little layer here. Oh yeah, it looks a lot better than the stock ones for sure. These are actually made by Morimoto, which is pretty neat. Honestly though, the quality in person is a lot better than what I was expecting. I'm expecting,
nice.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It's sealed perfect, so there's no condensation anymore in the headlight, which is awesome. Look, they even sealed up the screw holes back there, so there's like no worries of anything. To change the headlights on these Corvettes, you've got to pull the front bumper off, and to pull the front bumper off, you get this front fender liner pulled back out of the way a little bit. Now that I've got it out of the way, you can kind of see, but there's two studs right here that there's two nuts on the bottom of, so you get those two nuts off and out of the way, and the bumper is pretty much loose. So then you've got to take off, there's a few 1, 2, 3, 4 up at the front of the bumper, and then there's clips that you got to pull up and kind of get the bumper off of, so that way it can slide forward. And then after that, something that I do remember, these headlights right here are a pain to get out unless you can separate this fender and get it just a little bit loose. So what I did, took out all 3 of these bolts right here at the front, and then went ahead and loosened up this last one right here, this 4th one. And basically what that does is it'll allow that fender to flex just a little bit up to get the headlight to slide out. The previous owner of this car went to Home Depot, grabbed an assortment of pretty much any kind of screw that he could find, and if it threaded in, he was like, hell yeah, brother, that's perfect. Who do you think you are? Oh, that's a OSHA hazard right there. So underneath the bumper, there's a lot of random little bolts. There's 2 screw holes right here and 1 on the other side. There's 3 little 7mm, and then there's 2 10s. But after those 2 10s come out, that is the last piece of the entire bumper, I know. I'm happy that we picked this car up. It was on its way out pretty much to car hell, and we picked it up and we're resurrecting it right now. Next up, inside this grill, there's these 4 little bolts that are in the air ram right there. It's really hard to get to, but Doug's got this really neat little tool. It's like a complete 90. Do it. And it actually works. That's so sick. You can use a regular ratchet to get to them, I'm sure, but that is pretty much the last thing that's holding the bumper on after that. So then we'll be able to just pull the entire bumper off and out of the way. You would think so, but no. There we go. It was like a 15-minute job, but the bumper is off now. There's a little connector right here. It's like a 6-pin, I believe, 5-wire, and that is for your headlights. So come unplugged. Come unplugged. There we go. Oh yeah, there's a lot of dirt in there. Dielectric grease coming right up. Underneath here, if you look in there, you'll see that there are 3 10mm bolts in there, and that is all that holds the headlight into this car. After you take those 3 bolts out, the headlight basically lifts up a little bit and then straight out. And 3. So now our headlight should be completely loose. This is the part that's a little bit more interesting. GM really was trying their best whenever they made these cars to just make anything possible just the most difficult task. There we go. So now that we got our fender loose, I can lift it up. There we go. Passenger side, and Doug got the driver's side out. So to put these in, it's going to be pretty much the same thing. We're going to lay our wires into this big hole right here and then work around the fender again. Be very gentle with these fenders. Work it down in there into place. Just like that. Holy crap, dude. Woo, those look good. And now in here is our new pigtail for the DRLs. So basically right now what we're doing is we're connecting the harness for the DRLs. We can take our add a fuse, and I'll show you guys how to do this in a minute. And he actually wrote down that it goes on fuse number 6. So we're gonna run these up by the fuse box up here, and I'm gonna set that right there out of the way for right now. Alrighty, step 1. Let's check out and see what the turn signals look like. That's actually pretty cool. All right, now that we have ensured that that works, yeah, that's what I was about to say. Let's check the headlights. Nothing. Low beams aren't working still. The low beams on the last headlights weren't working. Why are they not working again? Does the high beams work?
Yeah, same thing as the last one.
Damn, son. 20 times upgrade from the stock C6 headlights. Those look sick. Doing our ADA circuit is really simple. So he says do it on fuse number 6. So we're going to look in here for fuse number 6, which is right there. What is fuse number 6 actually? Oh, 2 sensors.
They are on when the car's running.
All right, so we're gonna pull fuse number 6 right there, and we're gonna replace it with our ADA fuse here.
Same for the headlights. We still gotta figure out what's wrong with the low beams, but I have a feeling it's a relay.
If we take a piece of wire and jump the relay, then we will at least get an answer on if it is the relay or if we're looking at another problem somewhere else.
This is definitely not a permanent solution, people. If y'all are watching, so don't roast me too bad. This is just troubleshooting techniques here. This also could probably get you out of a bind if you absolutely had to.
Yeah, like fuel pump relay?
Yeah.
Looky there. So the low beam relay is out. That's why the low beams haven't been working. Go Doug. These are the LED fog lights that Vette Lights sent over for us to put in the Corvette. We have some really garbage factory style just replacements right here that are LED, but they're just really trash. So we're gonna take these out. I'll keep them for something else that's not as nice as a Corvette. And
maybe a Miata or something like that?
Maybe a Miata. That's nice.
There's your upgrade. You notice how it has a heat sink?
Yep, because there's little fans in there.
You're gonna get hot.
Oh, that's actually pretty cool. Vette lights on the back. So these are gonna be replacements for our junk ones. And these, honestly, I had these in my last Corvette. These things right here are so insanely bright that you think I'm kidding, but you could really use these as headlights. They're insane. Almost so close. There it is. As you guys remember, we took all these out, so make sure you replace them. Don't forget about them. Also, don't forget about the 4 bolts up there at the front. And then after that, you've just got the 2 bolts down here, the 4 bolts on the bottom, and the bumper will be back in place. Let me make sure that the... Oh my God, yep, fog lights are working. Look how bright they are. Holy cow. All right, Vette lights, if you're watching this, feel proud. You get to go on this really infamous refrigerator. It's really nice, really fancy. It's even got a dent in the front of it from where I hit it on accident with something. Okay, the car is coming down finally. We've got new headlights in the car. We pulled the entire trans today. We got the hydraulic slave cylinder, throwout bearing, whatever you want to call it, replaced with the shim this time so it doesn't overextend. We got the entire exhaust put back up. We did so much stuff today. Finally, the car is coming down. All right, so everything is patched up down here. Beautiful, beautiful sunset, beautiful yellow C6 Corvette. I wish you guys could see this in person. It's really hard to be able to tell over the camera because the camera is really not that great at picking up details, but man, do these look absolutely incredible in person. So these are, like I said, they're like a C7 type style headlight. I think my favorite part about them though, obviously you can't hate on the freaking the DRLs right there, but I really do like how the headlights are. Check this out. So this is Morimoto's projector in there. It's kind of dirty, so I do apologize. My hands have been all over them whenever we put them in, but check out the quality there. This is not your typical like eBay style headlight. This is not cheap by any means. They're really, really nice headlights. Also, check this out. Look at how bright they are. And that is just the headlights. Now check this out. Also from Vette Lights, I got the fog lights. So this is just the fog lights on. The headlights are completely off. Okay, look, see, headlights off. This is just fog lights. Look at that. They're literally like spotlights. Look at that. Another 10 out of 10 feature. Check this out. Look at the turn signals. Is that not the coolest thing ever for a C6 Corvette? Anyways, guys, I am super, super worn out, and I know Doug is too. We've been working really hard at getting this car back together today, but I really want to drive the car. I want to put some miles on it. So this is going to be my new daily for the next few days, and I'm really going to test the reliability of this car. The position that we're in right now, we should have pretty much everything finalized on the car. If something else breaks, then whatever, but at the situation that it's in right now, it's about as good as it can get. It really is a sweet car, I'm not going to lie. The Hurst short throw shifter, it's the best driving experience for a car that you can really get for the price. Especially, it's a really nice budget car. And like I said, if you guys want to check out those Vette Light headlights, go to the link in the description right now. Go check out Vette Lights. You can actually go and talk to him on Instagram, or if you want to follow me on Instagram, you'll probably see a lot of pictures with these headlights on the car, so you can actually see a lot of what they look like if you can't tell already from the videos. But as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. I am super happy to have the car back together again, and it is in its nicest form so far. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, drop a like on this video, and I'll see you guys next video.